The greatest achievement comes right after your worst defeat. It's time to get back to work. Stop hearing yourself talk. Get off the podcast, don't be on social media too much, and cut out all the noise. Get back to the mental lab. This work is an apology to yourself, an apology for wasting time, for holding yourself back, and for sabotaging your own success. If you're watching this video, you're obviously sick and tired of being sick and tired. You've had enough of being average. There comes a day when being average, being mediocre, becomes sickening to you. It makes you want to throw up, and if you're not at that point, you can click off this video because it's probably not for you. It's time for the 2.0 version of ourselves to emerge, the version that's committed to our goals no matter what, that feels the fear but does it anyway, and that attacks our goals relentlessly without procrastination. I'm in this phase too. For too long, I was in a rut. I put off achieving the goals I set for myself. Instead of doing the work that would have progressed my life, I indulged in distractions that were no good for me. This is known as escapism. I put off chasing the goals that were important to me because I was scared people would laugh at me. I always talked about how I was going to achieve certain goals but never took action. I couldn't sit down to focus on any work because I was so distracted. As soon as I felt any resistance from the task, I would indulge in cheap dopamine hits. Then something snapped inside me. I eventually realized that enough is enough. How much more time are we going to spend debating our goals before we get up and do something? Truly ask yourself this question: what would be worse, the pain of getting to the end of your life, only to realize you lived in regret, or the pain of enduring a hard task that would give you a sense of accomplishment? You know the answer. Let me tell you how we are going to make the greatest comeback of our lives and evolve into the best version of ourselves. It's time for 2.0. You've got to disappear and spend a few months improving yourself. I don't mean in some emo, antisocial way, but with a focused, goal-oriented mindset. To summarize, Sasuke's whole clan was butchered by his older brother Itachi, and because of this, Sasuke spent his youth and adolescence training and searching for power to get stronger so he could kill Itachi. But when he met Itachi, he wasn't strong enough and got destroyed. He left his village in search of power and spent countless hours training to become stronger. In that sense, he succeeded. He fought Itachi and won. But he didn't really win because Itachi was going to die anyway due to his illness. Then Sasuke found out that Itachi was ordered by the higher-ups in his own village to kill his clan to keep the peace. Once this information was revealed to Sasuke, he found an insane sense of drive. His single goal was to attain power so he could destroy the Leaf Village, which was responsible for his clan's death. The Team Taka arc, with Taka being the name of Sasuke's squad, displays the mindset and values we can attain from Sasuke in order to chase our goals in the next few months. In this arc, Sasuke's driven, focused, power-hungry, and a bit of a menace. During this phase, Sasuke has a mindset that tolerates zero distractions. His only aim is to get stronger. The mindset that set Sasuke apart from the other characters was his unwavering confidence and his attacking mindset. He attacked every goal, every opportunity, without complaint. For him, his goal was more important than any temporary pain. This is the mindset we need to adopt. For the goals you have set for yourself, you must attack them. Nothing is going to be achieved by sitting around debating your goals all day. You have to build momentum, and success will come. You build that momentum with the attacking mindset. During these next few months, you've got to improve every aspect of your life. In other words, you have to reinvent yourself. The best place to start is by forming a powerful routine. It may sound like cliché self-improvement talk, but I didn't know how powerful having a routine was until I created one. When you set an early time to wake up and eat the frog, which means doing the hardest task first thing in the morning, it breeds confidence. There's a saying, if you win the morning, you win the day. And if you keep winning days, you win the week, and winning weeks leads to winning the year. The momentum from the morning keeps compounding throughout the day. When you consistently do what you say you're going to do and accomplish what you set out to achieve each day, it breeds confidence. Personally, I wake up at 6 a.m. and do the hardest thing I can, which is an ice bath and a workout. This immediately sets the tone for the day. You feel confident and can't wait to attack the rest of your goals. For too long, I unknowingly lived resenting myself for being unproductive and lazy. But that's not the case anymore. Following a powerful morning routine is the best option. What does your morning routine look like? These days, I wake up around 6:30 a.m., make a beeline for sunlight, hydrate, and drink water. I consume caffeine about 90 to 120 minutes after waking. Between getting light in my eyes and having my first meal, I do something challenging, usually some sort of physical workout. I used to be curious about how people were able to not care what others thought and had that zero FG mindset. I've realized that one way to achieve that mindset is to crush yourself every day by doing a hard task. This morning it was freezing outside and I got up and had an ice bath. At the time it felt terrible, but now I feel so at ease. I was nervous before getting in, finding excuses in my mind to avoid it, but after doing it, I felt so confident in myself for overcoming the fear. You've got to find something that's hard for you to do and do it. Of course, I'm not perfect, I'm still figuring things out, but these ideas and practices have been helping me. I realized I was a master of procrastinating, but recently I've been procrastinating a lot less. That's because of some productivity hacks I learned. I got these ideas from some great books and podcasts I've listened to, and they've been a game changer. I started not eating until midday and avoiding carbs until the evening. Fasting keeps you mentally sharp, and by avoiding carbs, you don't get that sleepy feeling after eating. There's also an advantage to keeping insulin low. My preferred way of eating is low or no carbohydrates throughout the day for alertness, focus, and the ability to think and move. Then I eat carbohydrates at night to facilitate the transition to sleep. I've stopped indulging in cheap dopamine, which has really stopped me from procrastinating because now I'm getting proper dopamine from working out, achieving my goals, and so on. When you cut out the cheap sources of dopamine, there's nowhere else to get it but from hard, rewarding tasks. During this comeback, you have to be disciplined. This is something I find tough and everybody finds hard, but I heard something powerful recently: how you do anything is how you do everything. This means if you said you were going to do 8 reps in a set but stop at 7, you're going to replicate that behavior and fall short in other areas of life. You must be disciplined enough to follow through with your tasks. During this arc, you have to improve your physique by going to the gym consistently and upgrading your knowledge by reading books and listening to informational podcasts that will help you learn and progress toward your individual goals. Lastly, to complete the comeback, you must evolve your mindset.